Macmillan Audio presents As A Man Thinketh and The Mastery of Destiny by James Allen.
Introduction by Joel Fotinos. The book you are reading now is one that has changed the lives of literally millions of people, including myself. It may be small in size, but it is great in both meaning and legacy. And now, it has the opportunity to influence the life of the most important person in the world, you. Amazingly, As A Man Thinketh was initially published in 1903. And yet the message it contains is timeless. It is credited with being one of the first popular self-help books and went on to influence many others, including 3 authors who went on to influence millions on their own. Napoleon Hill, author of Think and Grow Rich, Norman Vincent Peale, author of The Power of Positive Thinking, and Dale Carnegie, author of How to Win Friends and Influence People. Read their books, and you will see Allen's influence in their ideas and writings. Additionally, the co-founder of Alcoholics Anonymous, Bob Smith, cited this book as a main influence on his thought and actions. The book is still recommended by many people within the recovery movement. In addition to these 4 people, As A Man Thinketh also influenced people in all walks of life, from business, especially entrepreneurs, managers, leaders, and CEOs, spirituality, especially the New Thought movement, students, politicians, and more. In fact, if you do a simple Google search about the book, you will find it has touched the lives of people all around the world and from all backgrounds. All of this shows the powerful effect that As A Man Thinketh has had on the world since its publication. The book is more popular than ever, and in all editions still sells tens of thousands of copies each year. While the rights for the book are in the public domain, many of the editions that are on sale are incomplete, augmented, altered, or riddled with errors or poor formatting. This edition that you are listening to is 100% complete and original. James Allen took a line from Proverbs in the Bible, Proverbs 23:7 to be exact, as his touchstone, and he used it to describe his philosophy, which teaches that thought is the key to altering our lives. He wanted readers to realize that they themselves are makers of themselves, and that our thoughts are the method for this process. James Allen himself was a fascinating man. Born in 1864 in Leicester, England, he endured hardships and poverty, but Allen was always curious, and he began to read the writings from the world's wisdom traditions, and eventually the books from the teachers of the New Thought movement that was creating a stir in the States. He began applying these empowering teachings in his own life, and eventually was able to quit his job as a framework knitter, which had him working long hours and was strenuous labor. First, he was able to become a private secretary and stationer, and eventually, after the publication of As A Man Thinketh, to quit that and earn his living as a writer and editor. Allen wrote for Herald of the Golden Age magazine, and eventually founded a magazine called Light of Reason. His first 2 books, From Poverty to Power and All These Things Added, did well, but it was his 3rd book, As A Man Thinketh, that broke through and became a popular title, even more so in the United States than in his home country. He went on to write nearly 24 books, some published after his death in 1912. While his writing was popular, it was the short volume As A Man Thinketh that ended up being his masterpiece. One other note.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?